All right, everyone, we have a special guest here, Louis Rudd, CEO, co-founder of Ezells Famous Chicken. Very excited to have you here today.
Well, thank you, Nick. It's an honor to be here, and thank you for the opportunity to come out and share a little bit about Ezells and learn more about OpenCity and what you guys do.
Nice. Yeah. And 35 years?
35 years. Local, well, I say local, but a brand up in the Seattle area. Yeah, we've been there for 35 years, founded 1984.
That's awesome. And you are originally from East Texas, so what brought you to Seattle?
Following my best friend. Growing up as kids in East Texas, we worked at a place called Brown's Fried Chicken in Marshall, Texas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's where we learned the concept, and it became a dream of his, and I bought into the dream, and we migrated out to Seattle. He was in the Coast Guard. He left Brown's, went to the Coast Guard. I left a year later, went into the Army. During that time, he would marry my sister, his childhood sweetheart, and right out of high school, and moved her out to Seattle, and we started the migration.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So 1984?
1984.
1984. So over the past years, what have you noticed differently in the industry? How's things evolved at Ezells over the years?
Well, you know, we're excited right now about being able to transition a fast food concept to more of a fast casual dining experience and fit into that fast casual space.
Yeah.
And we started out really as a grab and go concept, and we always had a great quality product, and so we brought on a gentleman that worked with Cinnabon, Dennis Waldron, and became the CEO of the growth arm of the company. And first thing he observed when he came in was that he said, "You guys got a fast casual concept here. You packaging it and presenting it as fast food." He looked at the big batch of dough on the table for the bread that we bake fresh daily. He looked at the people peeling the potatoes, defatting the chicken and processing and marinating, and said,
"You know,
yes, all from scratch."
Yeah.
Yes, all from scratch.
That's awesome. So how did you kind of transition that brand status of that, sort of that, what he was mentioning, felt fast food, but you guys are really fast casual with, you know, from scratch kitchen?
So the first thing that we did was went outside the market that we were operating in, picked a new market in a suburban area, picked a larger footprint that we could add seating. We opened up the kitchen so that the stainless steel was showing. People could actually see people peeling potatoes and rolling the dough on the table, cutting the bread, and seeing the bread coming out the oven.
So when did you guys do that?
About 5 years ago.
So you guys are ahead of the times, because everyone's kind of trending towards that open kitchen concept where you want to see, at least I love watching people make the food. I just, like, I like people watching. I feel a lot of people love to people watch, but I love to watch people cooking. And I love to sit at a bar watching somebody making a drink. I love seeing them, how they prepare the food. I just enjoy it. I enjoy that. And a lot of other people do as well.
Yeah, so, you know, coming to conferences like this was also helpful.
Yeah,
and
so we're here at the Restaurant Leadership Conference.
Restaurant Leadership Conference is my 6th time here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, and there's always good information shared. I run into good people, meet good people with good ideas, and help to, you know, stay focused on what's taking place in the future, you know, what's trending.
You were mentioning off camera about labor. And labor being one of the challenges today, especially in Seattle. Seattle was one of the first locations to increase minimum wage.
Yeah, the minimum wage hike there was, I think we were probably one of the second markets to realize that change, and it had an impact on the hierarchy of the employees. How do we deal with the rising cost of labor? And for our concept, we were used to hiring high school kids. Kids with no experience. We bring them in, teach them how to cook chicken and serve it up. Hello, welcome to Ezells, right? Didn't need a lot of skills or education for that. And we would give them their first job, help them. But then when the labor market moved on, it became more competitive. And then we would have people that would come in and they would demand more. So now we had to restructure our menu pricing to accommodate for that. We had to start rethinking how we schedule and the efficiency and all of that. But we've managed to maintain still good numbers. And the biggest challenge now, though, is with the market being like it is, finding good qualified help.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so with the minimum wage going up and then gig economy with Uber and Lyft, it's must be pretty challenging finding the right talent and then trying to maintain that aspect, like how do you, maintain that customer communication or customer engagement, around the clock? It must be pretty tough.
Well, fortunately, we're a 35-year-old brand,
Yeah.
so we're not relying too much on new customers to define who we are as a brand.
Yeah.
And so we've been able to incorporate the delivery of a third party like DoorDash. Now we work with DoorDash, and we've had a great experience with that, and being able to grow, and we've had good success, year-over-year sales.
Yeah.
And it's really been one of those situations where initially it was concerning that it was going to be cannibalizing the existing customer base, but that's not the case. And
how do you guys view technology? How do you guys think about technology with a 35-year-old brand? Like, what are you guys looking for from a technology standpoint? How do you kind of implement that to be on brand?
Well, it was just 2 years ago when we finally engaged a social media team to manage our social media or our marketing, right? And we're still looking forward to bringing in an in-house marketing person that's just going to focus on marketing. And a lot of technology today is centered around marketing, right? That cyberspace, right? And efficiency and all of that. And whether it's programs where you're onboarding or training different ones. And so meeting you, Nick, right? You sparked a level of interest.
I appreciate it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the day that we can implement your program.
Yeah.
Right? So that my sister, who manages all of the incoming inquiries and complaints and questions, that she's bogged down with that as opposed to really being able to focus on catering.
Yeah, because she runs catering.
Right, she runs
catering.
catering.
A lot of people are emailing catering around, as you mentioned, the complaints or other information. So now her inbox is filled and she might miss a catering job because she's busy answering these, mundane questions, which is really interesting.
So through OpenCity, we want to be able to open that up, right? We want to open the city up for everybody to get their
sister's best friend.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to get the city opened up, so that they could all get their inquiries answered and addressed, and free mail up so she can focus on just catering. Right. And building that catering market, which is a huge market out there and an opportunity in itself. But that's
why is catering important to you guys?
We have a product, one, that travels very well, and the value proposition is very good. Yeah. And there's just a huge opportunity in the Seattle market for some great catering, and we have some of the best product out there.
Well, I can't wait to get to Seattle because you're mentioning a sweet potato pie.
Oh, man.
That I've never had that I need to try.
Man, we're in there peeling those yams.
I can't wait.
You notice I said yams. I didn't say sweet potato.
You didn't say sweet potato, you say yams.
Yams. But that's how we use yams for our sweet potato pies, and they're baked fresh daily on the premises. And I can't wait till you come out and feed you like family.
Favorite side item? Because I feel like sides are really important.
Potato salad.
Potato salad.
Potato salad. We're looking forward to one day when you're going to be able to go into your nearest grocery store, Whole Foods or whatever, and get some Ezells potato salad.
I love it. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah. Real potatoes for the mashed potatoes and gravy. That one, sometimes we have visiting teams for the sports teams like the Huskies or the Seahawks. Yeah. The visiting teams coming into town, and we fix their post meals for them. We always try to discourage them from getting the mashed potatoes and gravy because it doesn't travel as well, but it's a great product though. Yes.
Well, I'm getting hungry, man. I can't wait to get to Seattle.
Yes. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting and greeting you up there and feeding you like family.
I can't wait. Thanks. Appreciate it. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate the opportunity.